Good afternoon. I'm Madi Codispoti with your feature interview. This Saturday kicked off New Member Education Week at Emory Henry, which is a prominent week for Greek life here on campus. But what does Greek life as a whole look like here on Emory's campus? Joining me today is the Director of Student Activities, Emily Bishop. Emily, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah. So for those who don't know much about Greek life here at Emory Henry, can you kind of give us just a brief overview?
So Greek life here, there's 14 organizations and then one national organization. The 14 organizations are very local, so they're very unique to Emory Henry College. But Greek life offers opportunities for service, social activities, fellowship, and just being connected with a group that you fit in.
Yeah. With. And just to kind of follow up, when you say local, are they elsewhere on other campuses or just at Emory Henry?
No, they are just at Emory Henry campus.
Gotcha. So who is eligible to rush?
So there's a lot of kind of rules. So I do have a list just to make sure. But to start out, upperclassmen are eligible. They have to have at least 2 full semesters and 12 credit hours at Emory Henry with a GPA of 2.0, and they are eligible. So those are really our sophomores, juniors, and seniors that rush. And then first year students, and this includes transfer students, they have to have at least 12 credit hours at Emory Henry and then have a 2.5 GPA. So this is our second semester freshmen and second semester transfer students. International students who are at Emory Henry for only 1 academic year, they are eligible to participate in recruitment the first semester they're here because they're only here for a year.
Yeah.
Any international students that are here for more than 1 year, they have to follow and abide the rules as second year freshmen.
Gotcha.
And then also student athletes, if they're in season, they have to get special permission by the athletic department and their coaches if they are able to participate. But they still have to abide by all the requirements of 2.0 or 2.5 second year freshman credits.
Yeah. So starting at the beginning of rushing with kind of recruitment events, what does the process look like from there up until New Member Education Week?
So organizations will have different social activities or opportunities throughout the semester before the actual process starts. So they will start reaching out to people they may not know, or some of their friends that aren't in Greek life, and start inviting them out. They host different game nights, or they go out to eat just to get to know each other. And then by a certain date, I will send out an email saying it's time to sign up for Rush. And so signing up for Rush is they'll have to go to the Meet the Greek recruitment keynote, and that's where we would explain anti-hazing policies, the Virginia law, and basically introduce them what Emory Henry's policies are and get them ready to go through new member education. After that recruitment meeting, they will go to different rooms that organizations have reserved and sign up for Rush dinners. And Rush dinners essentially are the organization hosting a dinner for members that are interested in joining Greek life. And they'll go to whichever organization's dinner. This lasts about 2 weeks, and then after the last Rush dinner is completed, I will receive bids, and bids are invitations to join an organization. So I'll receive who all came to the Rush dinners of each organization, and then who they would like to give a bid out to and who they do not. And then at that point, so in the past, we used to use mailboxes, and they were, sororities received their bids that way. We do not use mailboxes anymore. So I have moved the sororities to the way the fraternities do it, and fraternities had passed out their invitations, bids, underneath their potential new members' door.
Gotcha.
And that's when it starts. That's when we will have BTI, which is bid turn in.
Yeah. And so you kind of mentioned that groups will tell you who they would like to give a bid to and who they don't. So does that mean not everybody will receive a bid?
That is correct. And I I never know like the reasonings. They just they give me the list of who all came to the organization, and then they send me the list of who they give bids out to. So I'll know from that list who attended their rush dinner, and then who didn't receive a bid from that organization.
Yeah. And is the number of those not receiving bids a concern at all for anybody here on campus?
I've only been in this position for 2 semesters, so last fall and this spring. We had a very big increase this semester of students at Rush. I believe we had 84 students. It's in an Excel sheet, so I don't know the exact number, but we had 84, I believe we had 84 students at Rush. And I don't think it's concerning. There is a process of who I tell, like administration, who doesn't get a bid, so we can look out for those students. But usually the ones that don't get a bid, at most times, it's because the organization does not know them well enough. Yeah. And that they encourage them to come out and rush again. Yeah.
So for you have been a part of Greek life in the past. What would you say a healthy kind of Greek life community looks like?
I think Greek unity is a huge thing, like all the organizations being close together. It's a close-knit community anyway, so like not being against each other, I think, because they're competing for like people, you know? Some people go to, I encourage everyone to go to all the rush dinners, so they are essentially competing for a member, you know? So I think Greek unity, but just making a positive impact in the community, being the face of Emory and Henry, so like community service, getting those letters out showing people that you are not what movies and television gives Greek life a bad name. So I think that would be a positive. More training, I think that would be great to have as a positive impact for Greek life and a healthy relationship. So
yeah. And just kind of wrap it up, what advice would you give to any student who's potentially looking to rush in the next few years?
I think put yourself out there. I really do believe you need to go to every rush dinner, not just the one that your heart is set on. I think you go to everyone and see which one fits you the best. And if none of them fit the best, there's other organizations and clubs that are not Greek life on this campus that could be your forever home. So, and if you don't get a bid the first time, rush again. So, yeah.
All right. Well, Emily, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciated talking with you.
Thanks.
That's all for your feature interview this week. I'm Madi Codispoti. Have a great week.